This is Sudden Impact. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Sudden Impact, where I, John, bring you all the news from TNA Wrestling. In this episode, I'll be reviewing the 2024 edition of Victory Road. Warning, spoilers ahead. So without further ado, let's get started. So we open the show with the commentator Tom Phillips saying that Victory Road was sold out this evening, claiming the highest ticket sales for a TNA live event in the US this year. So this means that it's outsold Hard to Kill this year, which was basically the rebrand of TNA. It just speaks volumes that TNA can go from strength to strength, selling out live events and like doing fantastic numbers in the bargain. No official attendance was provided, but it was stated during the night that there were over 2,000 people. And the hottest crowd in recent TNA history. All up, TNA Victory Road 2024 was an excellent event to witness. So starting with the pre-show matches. First being Leon Slater versus Kushida. Now this was a high-flying epic that lived up to the total non-stop action that TNA Wrestling has been all about since the company was founded. This match showed the depth of experience in the X Division, with Slater's high-flying ability and Kushida's hybrid submission and high-flying offense just amazing the crowd. In the end, it was Kushida winning with a cross-arm breaker submission. In the second pre-show match, which was the final match of the pre-show, it featured a tag team match between the teams of Hammerstone and Jake Something and Eric Young and Steve Macklin. Now this was a hard-hitting hoss fight. The action was back and forth throughout the entirety of the match, and it ended in a surprise victory for Hammerstone and Something, and who I must say really looked good teaming together. So hopefully TNA keeps them together and has them just run roughshod through the tag division with an eventual championship match down the line. So we move on to the main card of Victory Road, and in the first match it saw another tag team match between the Hardys and First Class of AJ Francis and Casey Navarro. This match was just a really, really good way to start out the event, like proper. The crowd were into it, and AJ Francis at one point actually went for a swanton bomb. It unsuccessfully, but it still just popped the crowd. And Casey Navarro put on a high-flying masterclass, showing that he is the future of the TNA X Division. And he is actually developing his heel character quite nicely. However, in the end, First Class couldn't get the job done, just like succumbing to the Hardys' experience, who won after hitting a Twist of Fate Swanton Bomb combo and getting the 1-2-3. It was a great opening match, and the crowd were hot from the start. The next match was the first championship match of the night, which saw X Division champion Zachary Wentz face Mike Bailey. Now, this was Bailey's contractual rematch after losing the championship at Emergence last month. Again, it was another high-flying masterclass from both Bailey and Wentz. Bailey just came out victorious in the end to become a three-time X Division champion. Now, I'll get to what Bailey should do after this. But this was a short reign from Zach Wentz, whom the commentators said had other things on his mind as his best friend and Rascal's teammate was taken out before their NXT Tag Team Championship match by former friend and Rascal's member Wesley. So hopefully Wesley and Wentz can move on and defeat Lee on the NXT's debut episode on the CW in a street fight and move on to just hopefully regain the X Division Championship. As far as Mike Bailey goes, he's basically shown that he can just dominate the entire X Division. So I think this match, or his victory in this match, was a way to give him a world championship match, because like the X Division Championship can be cashed in at any point in time for a world championship match using the option C pathway. So I definitely see this happening, whether it be at Bound for Glory, like to set up a match at Bound for Glory for the world championship, or whether it be after the Bound for Glory world championship match as well. So it really is up to Mike Bailey when he wants to use the option C to challenge for the world championship. Now, the next match didn't get started because instead of it being the match between PCO and Rhino taking on Matt Cardona and Steph DeLander, Steph DeLander announced to everyone before the match that she wouldn't be competing as she needs neck surgery and needs to take time off. So this came as a shock to everyone in the crowd, and who weren't really sure if this was an angle drawn up by Cardona just to get the psychological advantage and victory over PCO and Rhino, but it didn't seem that way, because as PCO and escorted Steph DeLander back to the back area, Rhino and Cardona were left in the ring, and Cardona attacked him from behind, laying him out with a radio silence. And after this, Cardona grabbed the mic and said that this was his company. So don't know what he means by that, but we will see in the coming weeks as to how it plays out. Next was the second championship match of the night, the Knockouts Tag Team Championship between champions Alicia Edwards and Masha Slamovich, representing the System, defending against Danny Luna and Jody Threat of Spitfire, with the stipulation being that if Spitfire lost, they would disband. This time, Alicia Edwards announced that she wasn't cleared to compete, as she was still under concussion protocols and had chosen a replacement for this match, which was revealed to be Tasha Steelz. This was a fairly standard match, but Spitfire got the win to become the new TNA Knockouts Tag Team Champions. Um, so as they celebrated and went to the back area, Alicia Edwards got into the ring and berated Slamovich, saying she had cost the team, and slapped her. And just as Slamovich made to retaliate, she was blindsided by Steels, who in turn celebrated with Alicia Edwards after the match to a chorus of boos from the San Antonio crowd. Now, this seems like a logical option for getting breathing new life into the Knockouts Tag Team Championships, and remains to be seen what happens going forward with Alicia Edwards and Marsha Slamovich and Tasha Steelz. So yeah, it's just a wait and see at this point in time. Now, the next match was like a really heartfelt match between Josh Alexander and the 252 pounds of pure motivation, Joe Hendry. There was a lot of back and forth in this match, which saw a ref bump, a low blow from Alexander, and eventually ending up with Hendry getting the win using Alexander's own submission, the ankle lock. Now, the crowd were white hot for this match, which added to the atmosphere and the emotion. It was just a really good, feel-good moment for Joe Hendry in this match. So hopefully he moves on to bigger and better things. So in the third championship match of the night, tag team champions ABC defended against Eddie Edwards and Brian Myers of the System. So after an initial flurry of offense from ABC, Edwards and Myers regained control and started targeting Chris Bay, which left Ace Austin to face them on his own for a good chunk of the match. However, Bay recovered just in time to help out Austin and make the match more even at this stage. But just as the match settled into this back and forth power struggle, Alicia Edwards caused another distraction, which Edwards and Myers seized upon and used to win the championships again. Now, hopefully this victory is short-lived, because hopefully the Hardys challenge for the tag team championships at Bound for Glory this year, because they seem like the logical option for the next challengers. Next up, it saw NXT's Wendy Chu challenge Jordan Grace for the Knockouts Championship after laying out Grace over the past couple of weeks on both Impact and NXT TV. Now, Chu has been associated with Rosemary in recent times, and it was that association which saw Grace laid out yet again by both Chu and Rosemary after successfully defending the championship. I do like the idea of wrestlers from different companies teaming together, as it provides more options for those wrestlers in both companies. So hopefully the association between Rosemary and Wendy Chu continues, and they end up challenging for the Knockouts Tag Team Championships and possibly the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships in the future. Now, the main event saw TNA World Champion Nick Nemeth defend his championship against Moose, who was representing the system. Now, this was Moose's championship rematch, which he invoked after losing the championship at Slammiversary. This match was interference galore, with the entire system getting involved at one point or another, just to try and give Moose the upper hand. However, in a shock appearance, again, JBL came and cleared out the interfering system and delivered a devastating clothesline from hell. Now, Moose tries capitalizing on this distraction. However, Nick Nemeth prevailed to regain the World Championship. It is interesting to see how JBL will feature in TNA, as he seems to align himself with Nick Nemeth. If you're enjoying this episode, please consider subscribing to the channel. It's free and it helps me produce fantastic videos like this. Also, if you subscribe, you get access to the fantastic catalog of previous episodes that I've done. Ring the bell for notifications on new videos that are being released. Now, with the successful defense of the championship, it leaves Nick Nemeth needing another challenger. And who else but Joe Hendry should be that challenger at the biggest pay-per-view event of the TNA calendar, Bound for Glory. I reckon this match needs to happen, and because it is a money match, which will get the entire wrestling industry talking, and basically, yeah, it'll be just fantastic. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments down below and ring that bell for notifications. Until next time, guys, I'm John, and this has been Sudden Impact.